You're seeing my screen? You're seeing my Prezi screen? So actually Prezi is actually, it's actually a concept. Since Prezi happens to be the first company to utilize this concept and bring out this software as an online app, it became their own trademark. So I'll just, I prefer using Prezi for all my online classes because it is really comfortable. Here, before you can start using this online Prezi, you need to register yourself as a user in Prezi.com. So Prezi actually allows you two tiers of function. One is a free tier for wherein you can create your presentation. You can save the presentation, store it in their server. You can also make it public. You can make it public. At the same time, you can go online, make use of the same presentation to conduct your own classes. And others also will be able to make use of your presentation. But I firmly believe a presentation can be effectively made use of only by the creator. Anybody who wants to take a presentation and go and start conducting a class, they'll be in a problem because the presenter has their own unique ideas about the class. So I like all of you to use your official email ID .ac.in official email ID to get registered under the free tier of this Prezi. So the moment you register, you can create a new Prezi, and then you have the option of importing your PowerPoint presentation into a Prezi. But I will strongly advise you not to do that, because when you import your already made PowerPoint presentation into the Prezi, it will lose all its frills and whistles. So it will be too bland. So I will show you one of the Prezis I have made here. When you go to the presentation mode, it just opens like a movie. So there is a centerpiece. This centerpiece happens to be a topic, and you have all the subtopics ordered. So before you start creating a Prezi, you should have all the subtopics noted. For example, if this happens to be a topic on epistaxis, I'll just go to the introduction. See how it zooms inside and tells you, I just give a brief intro about the bleeding from the nasal cavity. Then inside the introduction, I have a small bubble called history. Then I go, this tells me about all the historical aspects of treatment of epistaxis. Since I am unable to confine my contents to a single bubble, so I have introduced another bubble to say it is continued. So this way, what happens is I can zoom in, I can zoom out by clicking this arrow. I can keep zooming out. See? So I have completed introduction, and then under introduction I have completed another subtopic, history. Then I go back to my dashboard. This is what we call the dashboard. And then we go to the anatomy. So wherein under this topic there are various subtopics. So here among this vascularity, I am talking about the vascular supply of the nose from the external carotid. If you click, it will go there, and then if you move here, you can go back. The beauty of your Prezi, see, I think Sridevi madam, I think from next class onwards, you do this job, madam. That will be nice. Then, say a little area, you will call this bubble. Use this bubble effectively to communicate your message. So here, what can you do? You can always conduct an effective presentation with the center of attraction happens to be a topic, and then you divide the topic into various subheadings. So I will show you another topic where I could have embedded some videos also. Are you able to see my screen? Yeah. So here I'll show you this Prezi. Wherein here I'm just showing the clinical examination of all days ring. So I'm say for example his setup. That tells so it just move here. It will give you option of going back to the previous bubble or going back to the home screen. So I'm going back to the home screen. So here, so you can do like this. I'm just demonstrating all these things to show the abilities. For example, here so for example types of surgery. So I will here what I would have done is I would have even embedded a video clipping from my YouTube channel. So the same way you can embed a video, you can embed an image, and you can give even a voiceover. But the problem here is you won't be able to download your presentation. You won't be able to download your presentation. So I'll just show you briefly how to go about creating a new presentation. So here, as soon as you log in to a dashboard, this is what we call as a dashboard. This dashboard will contain all your so-called presentations which you have made. And here, you can create a new presentation, or you can create a new presentation video, or you can create a design for a Prezi. So here I will show you. I'm going to create a new presentation just to show you how it can be done. So it gives me the option of various templates. So which template you want to create. So which one you like. So for example, if you want a bland one, you can choose this blank and dark. Supposing you want a step-by-step one, you can choose this one. So all the presentations I've shown you would have come from this either one of these templates. For example, I will choose this template. Here I just click on use this template. So it will create a work environment for me with which I can start creating my Prezi. Here my work environment is ready. So this happens to be the title slide. The moment you click this slide, it gets highlighted. You can name this. You can name this. You can name this. This is a demo Prezi. So here, this is a demo Prezi. So you can even give out your name here by so and so. You can, if you want, if you're keen on having a logo here, you can create a logo and paste your logo here. Logo creation is again a artistic skill. One of these days I will venture into it and show you how to create a good logo. So you can create your own logo and keep it here. The first step. So this is the first slide or the first subtopic you are going to say. So here I am going to title it registration. So what is it? Here you have the choice of increasing the size of the bubble, or you can reduce the size of the letter just by clicking the minus button. So now I have created the first bubble, registration. So here you see there are 4 bubbles for me. If you want to add a 5th bubble, so you have 5 subtopics or 6 subtopics, all you got to do is insert, then shape and add a bubble. Or you can insert a topic. If you insert a topic, it will add a bubble. So the easiest thing is to insert a subtopic. So if you want to add subtopics, all you got to do is go insert and add the subtopic. For example, registration, I am clicking, it takes me to the extra bubble inside the registration. So I create the how to register, the steps will be created here, and then email validation is again another subtopic I'll create. Then I will show the your dashboard here. So you can create similar bubbles using this Prezi technique. So now after you manage to create this presentation, you can, if you want to present, this is the presentation mode. See, the moment it zooms in and tells you, see, it zooms in. As soon as if you want to zoom out, just go keep your cursor here, it will zoom out to the subtopic, or if you want to go to the main dashboard, click the home button, it will take you to the main dashboard. So Prezi is actually helps you to create a presentation, helps you to zoom in and zoom out. So we have completed this Prezi creation. Here you need not give any save as, it automatically presentation gets saved. Here you see a cloud, the cloud will have a tick here. If the cloud is ticked, it shows your presentation has been saved. So now let me go to my dashboard and see whether that presentation is seen or not. Here it wants me that changes I have made to this presentation has not been saved. So I'll give a cancel. I will go, click the cloud, it will sync all the changes. So it will save all the changes I have made to the presentation. It will give a check mark. Now if I come out of the presentation should be seen here. Let me refresh my dashboard. Here you see my demo Prezi. Here you find a lock here. My Prezi is locked. So nobody else other than me can see this Prezi. But I have the choice of unlocking it. I can make a copy. I can add collaborators. Supposing you want your colleagues to collaborate with, you can add collaborator. You can edit the Prezi. You can't export it as PDFs because you need to have a paid subscription. You can't download because you need to have a paid subscription. So these are all the issues you commonly face. So you can't go to the presenter view because it is a paid thing. You can't use a Prezi remote because it's a paid thing. You can't use live Prezi in your YouTube videos because again it is locked because it is a paid subscription. So what all we can access is, you can create a Prezi. You cannot download your Prezi, but what you can do is you can present and record the same in your Google Meet and use your Prezi. And then here you have a feature called set privacy. You click the set privacy, you have the choice of whom you are going to allow to see your Prezi. So first thing is you can give out an email link to whom you want to see. Whereas you can choose this one, anyone in the web. What will happen is it will post your Prezi online and it will be indexed in your search engine and anyone will be able to see your presentation. But here if you check this, what happens is this will be on to the template portion of the Prezi site. So anybody can make use of your copy of the presentation and they can create a Prezi of their own. Supposing if you choose this button, you will allow others to make use of your template. And here the first thing I did with this Prezi is I tried to create my Prezi from a template. And here there is one thing called convert PowerPoint. You can upload a PowerPoint slide into the Prezi and the Prezi will automatically take it. Let us see what happens. I will upload my PowerPoint presentation. Let me see. It is uploading. If you are very keen on making your PowerPoint presentation into a Prezi, you just upload your PowerPoint slide into the Prezi site, but it may not be uh, that good as I showed you. It may not have all the frills, but you will have the satisfaction of saying that my PowerPoint presentation is within a Prezi. So you have the choice of uploading PowerPoint slide also. Why this slide is taking a lot of time to upload is I have got a video inside that slide. So here this slide has been made purposely for today's class because I want you to get to know the advanced techniques in PowerPoint. I'll be showing all that. I'll be showing the entire Prezi concept transferred inside a PowerPoint. So you can, technically speaking, make use of this Prezi Zoom technology inside PowerPoint, within the confines of the PowerPoint. If you make something in PowerPoint, it is your own presentation, let me tell you. So you need not take any permission of say giving out a slide, you can't download, all these concepts won't be there. So here, see, my thing has been uploaded. See, these are the slides which has been uploaded. If you want to add a presentation site, I can add demo PPT, then I'll give a presentation site. You can give out a logo here, and then here this happens to be the first slide. You insert it, then click the second slide. By clicking each and every slide, you insert. So on insertion, what happens is it gets posted within the Prezi. So now let us see. If I go to the presentation mode, so it gives out something like this. But what animations I have given in PowerPoint won't be visible inside the Prezi when I transfer the entire Prezi into PowerPoint. So entire PowerPoint into Prezi. That is the reason why I say you should not attempt to convert PowerPoint into a Prezi. But what I can advise you for a beginner always choose to create a Prezi from the template. That is what you are supposed to do at the beginning. And I showed you how to create a Prezi from the template. The next is you can create a Prezi from the scratch. So that I'll show that interface. Here you need to do some legwork because the template won't be there. You need to create a template for your presentation. Just I'll show you so here you see it's a pretty bland slide. So you can use these images as background images and start creating your own Prezi. Not only these images you need to use, you can upload an image. Here you can see upload an image. So you can upload an image from your desktop or laptop and use as a backdrop images. So whenever you want to use an image within a Prezi, always ensure that you have a very high definition image. So here, so you can use any of the offered free images here within the Prezi, and you can construct an entire Prezi site. So I want every one of you today to go and attempt first thing to register inside the Prezi site. The Prezi site is here, prezi.com. So you use your institutional ID to register your Prezi membership, register it under a free tier mechanism so that they won't charge you anything. Don't choose the option of trial and paid trial and all that. Just choose that I am a teacher, I want to make use of the free option. So you make use of the free option, create a Prezi. Take a small topic which you want to create let us assume you are going to have a class next week. So you ensure that you create a presentation for your class next week today using the Prezi online software and try to get a complete presentation and use the same presentation in your class when you use Google Meet to take. I'll be happy to know, at least happy if you could tell me that I have taken a class using Prezi. Next time when we meet, I'll be the happiest person. So this is the easiest way to create a Prezi based presentation. But let me tell you, I consider as far as presentation software goes, I consider PowerPoint still is way ahead of all these software. So I am going to show you the most recent version of PowerPoint. I don't know whether these features may be or may not be available in your older version, but at least I will request you to go ahead and check whether the features I am going to show you are available in your version of PowerPoint. So here I am going to show you how you can replicate the concept of Prezi from within the PowerPoint. So I am going to open my PowerPoint presentation now. This is the video which I have created. I will open the PowerPoint presentation now. Now, are you able to see my presentation? Have you tried anything like this? This is going to be your first slide, right? You can have the topic heading here. You can have your name here. How nice it will be if you have this sort of intro slide, a topic slide, first topic slide. Why I am so keen, why I want you all to attempt to create a good first slide, because as I said previously, I still don't believe in the adage saying that don't judge a book by its cover. The first slide literally helps you to gain the attraction of the student. So what happens is, whenever I take a class, I give out my presentation well in advance for the student to display inside the classroom. If the class rep comes to me, I'll just give it out in my pen drive, ask them to open the first slide and keep it. Before I walk into the classroom, this first slide will be there open, ready. So when the students, they'll be slowly walking in. So what they will be seeing is a pleasant sight of a real video. This is not animated. You see the sea waves lapping into the shore. But here, what I will show you, what I have done. This is actually, I have merged a still photograph with a video clipping of waves hitting. So here, before I demonstrate how I have done, so I will show you the effect of the presentation. See, I have divided into 3 subtopics or 2 subtopics. So I'll go to autology. See, it zooms in. So here it takes me to the next slide. Now it zooms out to the dashboard. So as soon as this topic is over, so there's only one slide in autology. As soon as this topic is over, the moment I click, it takes me to the dashboard again. Then it allows me to choose the next subtopic. Again, I'm talking about this subtopic. I click again, it goes back to my dashboard. So what happens is, you can keep creating, instead of the bubble, I have created squares. So these, you can even create a bubble if you want. So I have created a square. So you can have 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 squares. You can even resize the square in such a way. You can have even 10 squares within the dashboard. So the first thing I want you to do is to create a good dashboard. That dashboard happens to be your first intro slide, and you go back and forth like this. Go back to the dashboard. You go to this subtopic, click again, complete this topic, go back. So this is how I want every one of you to present your presentation. So this is actually the structure of the PowerPoint presentation. So I am going to show you a video clipping. So I will give you a running commentary. Why I am using a video clipping is, if I am going to do the entire thing right now live, it will take another 1 hour. So I don't want you, any one of you to waste that 1 hour concept, because the video is going to be online in YouTube in another 3 hours time, so that you can go back to the video and try to replicate what all I have done, and you can form your own excellent PowerPoint using the concept of Prezi. So I am closing down my PowerPoint. Then I am going to go back to the video clipping. Just see if anybody is waiting to be left in. Yeah. Are you seeing my screen? Now I am showing a video recording of how I have created the Prezi. So I am choosing a blank presentation, and then in the layout also I want a blank layout. So I take a blank layout, and here I want to insert a video. Lot of videos are available, free videos are available. So I want to see a video wherein I want the waves lapping. So let us see, I am inserting a video. Here you see only the waves lapping. This is a video. You don't see the hill, you don't see those houses, you don't see the shore. So here I'll just pause a little. Here you see only the video. This is the first thing we do. We import the video, only the sea waves will be seen lapping. Now, I'll continue. So what happens is, first step, I have chosen a video of my choice. I have inserted it into my PowerPoint. The next step is to ensure that I resize the video exactly to fit into my screen. So now the next thing is, you go to the playback. I just pause a little. This video clipping should continue to play. This video clipping should continue to play. It should not stop. So how are you going to change the setting? You go to the video format and then choose start automatically, and then check the box loop until stopped. These two things you need to do first. After inserting this video, after resizing it, after inserting the video, after resizing it to fit into your screen size, the next thing is you go to the playback setting. When you select the video clipping by clicking on it, this playback menu will be shown. You just click the playback menu and ensure that the video should start automatically, not on mouse click. It should start automatically, and then loop until stopped. So till you go to the next slide, it will keep on playing the same video. So this is a loop until stopped. You choose that both things should be chosen first. Next is you to choose the picture you want to include. The picture of a mountain, a picture of a seashore with all the houses built in. So this we are going to do now. So I am going to choose a picture from outside. Again, as I told you, there are so many sites which offer you royalty free pictures. So you just go choose. So this is a picture. I just pause and show you. This is the picture I have chosen. But here, let me tell you, this is a static picture. So I am going to merge this portion of the picture. Are you seeing my cursor? Somebody keep your mic unmuted and keep responding to me, please. Here, this picture, I have chosen this picture in such a way. This picture has mountain. It has a few houses or buildings here with a sea bracket. What I want to do is, I want to cut this entire thing, and only this mountain and these houses should be merged with my video. You understand now? I am going to use only this portion of the picture, merge it with my video in such a way that you will see my waves coming and lapping the shore here. So that you will be seeing. So this static picture is going to be merged with my video. How it is going to happen, let me show you. So you first resize the video. The static picture which you selected. So what you do is select the picture, go to, you note all these points. You need to go to the crop. Click the picture format. There is a picture format. Picture format needs to be clicked. And then there will be a crop. So you click the down arrow under crop. Choose aspect ratio and choose 16:9. So you choose 16:9 because that is the dimension of your slide. And then you click crop. So the image has been cropped to 16:9 size. So the first thing is I have cropped the image to 16:9. Now I am pulling the image to fit the entire screen. So while you attempt to do this, always ensure you press the shift key when you attempt to pull the image to fit the size of the screen. You keep pressing the shift key while you draw the borders, borders of the image to fit the screen. Now I entirely covered my screen with this image. Now I am going to click on remove. I'm sorry, I'll just show you again, repeat again, slow down. Here I am going to choose remove background. So how I'm going to choose remove background. The moment I click remove background, I'm going to click on the mark areas to keep and mark areas to remove. Now I'm going to choose mark areas to keep. So that pencil will come. You use the pencil to roughly, you need not be very accurate. You just keep drawing roughly over the these are the image, this portion of the image you want to keep. So you just draw along. You need not be accurate. Just keep drawing and see the effect here. See the effect here, because whatever you do, you can watch the effect in this happens to be your previous screen. Keep doing it. Keep drawing. This is actually the drawn portion of the image will be retained. The other portion of the image will not be retained. So you keep drawing on it. If you have an iPad, your stylus will do a wonderful job. So partially I have retained the mountain and the hutments and the seashore. So I'm just trying to keep the changes. Let's see what happens. Now I need to mark out the areas I want to remove. So I want to remove all these gray areas which I don't need. They are not mountains. They are the backdrop from the previous image. Just draw, it will go. Give some time, it will go. Keep doing it till you are happy with the contour. You need to keep doing it. It comes only by practice. Keep practicing till you get it perfect. In fact, let me assure you, I am confident that more you practice, you will do a better job than me. So you just try to outline the portions of the image. Now we are going to mark areas of the image to remove. So these portions of the image are slowly getting removed in front of you. So this feature is a wonderful feature in PowerPoint which I love. So you keep doing it till such time you remove the entire unwanted portions from the image. Are you able to appreciate, madam? Somebody unmute and say if you want any explanation. You're able to get the concept. I'm happy if you get the concept. So you remove all the portions of the unwanted. Now we are marking the areas to remove. It's highlighted here, you see. So the moment you do this, here you see this happens to be the previous screen. You can see the effect instantly here. See what is happening here. So it's getting merged. This is actually the video. This is actually the image which you are merging. This is the video and this is the image which you are. See, everything will be shown live here. Just keep watching the preview and keep doing it till such time you are totally satisfied. So I'm just doing a crude job. It is not precise because I'm using a mouse. I'm not using a stylus, and using a mouse to do all this job is a little bit tricky. And that too with my aged fingers, it's a little bit tricky. But still, you can do it. See, I slowly, you can see this one is protruding, so slowly I am removing that also. Watch the previous screen whenever you are at it. You can watch the previous screen. This red happens to be the video portion. Let me tell you, the red portion happens to be the video portion. This is actually the still image portion. So the entire image we have managed to. Here you see this one does not look good to me because there is a gap here. So I want this mountain to fill this gap. So you need to go ahead and keep this aspect of the mountain intact. You should not remove this aspect of the still photograph. So let us see what happens. Always watch out the effect here. So it looks a little bit crude here. So first we will complete. So we will complete allowing this portion of the image should be retained. So this portion. So now I am showing what has happened. Here this is the video portion. Here it shows a very crude picture because I have removed this portion of the still photograph. So what I will do is I will go back again and do the rejub. So what we will do, we will go back and we will mark areas to keep. We want to keep this area. So we want to mark these areas to keep. So we want that area of the still image to be kept. Or that portion, the entire portion should be deleted along with the background. The choice is yours. Either you manage to keep the area or delete that area. So I am choosing, I want to keep that area. So I am just marking out that area to be kept. So see what happens. See, beautifully it is falling in place, but still you see that green lines there. So I need to take away those lines. These are all merging lines. So you just draw there with your pencil. It will slowly go. So slowly it gets removed. So slowly I am removing allowing the integration of your still photograph with your video clipping. You can always watch a preview window which will show the effects of your work. So that area should go. So I want to remove it. Keep trying, you will be able to hit it. So slowly remove that area which is not needed. Right. So now we have managed to merge the still photograph containing. You look at the effect. So it looks wonderful. Really, it looks really wonderful. It looks really lively. So here this mountain looks a little bit odd. So here I'll just go ahead and remove these small bits. These were not visible to me in my previous screen. So I need to go back and remove these two small specks you see here that needs to be removed. Again you go back. Now I went back and I have removed. Now you see the effect. It looks fantastic, isn't it? So you see I have managed to merge the picture along with the beach. So now I am going back to the next job. I have merged the still picture along with the video clipping. Now I am going to create the first section. Here I am not creating a slide. I am using the section features inside the PowerPoint. So I am going to divide my topics into various sections. So now I am choosing autology as my first section. I am renaming it. So this is the next first section is autology. So yesterday I introduced to the concept called zoom. So now we are going to use the zoom technique to create these bubbles and make this Prezi lively. So this is the empty slide which I have created under section Autology. Now I am drawing a rectangle. So here I will like every one of you to go back to this video which you will be seeing in the YouTube. I want every one of you to pause this video and follow the steps I do as you see. So now I've drawn a rectangle. I'm going to go to the shape format. I'm going to choose a color fill to fill up this rectangle. Since I plan to use white letters, so I'm going to choose a darker background. So trust me, I didn't spend a lot of time. I just started today morning at 9:20 and completed the entire portion by half an hour flat. So that's the duration of the video. So I don't like this color. So if you start practicing these things, doesn't take much time. So here you have created a rectangle box, added a background color using shape fill. This is the shape fill. The next thing I want to do is I want to insert a shape, preferably a round one. So round, you won't see a round there. All you got to do is choose oval. Press the shift key while you draw. When you choose oval and press the shift key when you draw, it becomes a perfect round. I repeat again, when you want to draw a round shape within the PowerPoint, you just choose the oval shape inside the toolbox, design toolbox, and then press the shift key and start drawing it. When you start drawing an oval, pressing the shift key, it becomes a perfect round. Now we have created a round object within the screen. Now I am going to add an outline to that shape. First I am changing the color inside the shape, and then I have added a white outline, and then I am centering the entire image to ensure that it stays within the center of my presentation. Now I am going to insert a text box. So I want to type something there. I am changing the color, changing the font size to make it slightly bigger, making it center. So white looks good within the dark background. So that job is done. I'm just constantly checking out whether my software is recording there. Now I am going to icons. I want to choose icon. Choose a year icon. Insert it. Office 365 gives you this icon toolbar. I don't know about the other versions. It's no problem. You can download icons. There are so many sites which offer free icon. You choose flat icons. Then I want to change the graphic fill. So I want to make it white. So it becomes more beautiful. So now I got a icon of year pinna from the icon palette, incorporated it into this circle, and I have added a title. Now I am going to add a duplicate slide under this section. I am adding under this autology section, I am adding another slide. Here what I am doing is I am just pulling the icon little bit away, and I am pulling the autology topic also, the typed letter also a little bit away, because this slide should hold my content. So this is actually going to be my content slide. So I am going to insert another text box wherein I am going to type out the content of the content under this autology. So similarly, you can add n number of slides. Continue to add subtopics under this autology. Make it a multi-slide section, multi-slide section. So I'm just typing this involves study of the year and its disorders. So this is actually a small intro. I'm just pulling the text box so that it look nice. Then I'm going to change the color into white. It look good when inside the blue background. So now I'm going to insert a picture from this device. So this picture, I want to choose some nice picture pertaining to the year. So now I am having a picture, but unfortunately this picture happens to be a square one. So how am I going to convert this square picture into a round one? So this is again another trick I'm going to show you today. So I select the picture, then I'm going to picture format and then crop. So aspect ratio, I am choosing 1:1. So 1:1 is aspect ratio. When you choose 1:1, it becomes a perfect square. I have cropped and made it into a perfect square. Now I am going to under crop to shape. You choose crop to shape and then choose oval. See what happens. Choose oval and click crop. So beautifully you see how a square image has become a round image. So this is another trick you are learning today, how to convert a square image into a round image. So again, so now we are going to play with this image. So I am going to draw the image slightly out and ensure that it is there. I am going to copy the same image to the previous slide and place it outside this entire slide. This won't be visible, it will be outside the slide, well outside the slide. So I'm going to place it well outside the slide. You won't be seeing here at all, it will be away. So I'm going to copy this box and paste it here also. So because that will add effect to the slide. So I'm going to paste the same thing again. Because this happens to be the section header, so this slide will seamlessly move to the next slide. So this should be here. So see how far away this here I am in this slide number 2. This year picture is well away from the screen. So then again this box should be placed again in the slide number 2, well below the screen. So it will be pasted here. It will be drawn below, much below the screen level. You pull the box, place it below. Since it's white in color, you're not seeing. So now what happens is it shows a transition, like it just appears suddenly. So you can animate that. If you give it time, it will show that it will move into its place. So I have not added animation, but I have given scope for it to animate. So here I have drawn the box well outside it. So now I need to create a bubble here. So I am going to insert a zoom, and it happens to be a section zoom. So what I'll do is I'll give a name for this section. Let it be home or dashboard. You can call it dashboard or home, whichever way you want. And then you click on zoom. You are in the first slide now, mind you. Then go to the section zoom, choose the section you want to add. That is autology, insert here. So it gets inserted inside your first slide. This is actually the zoom bubble or a square which you are inserting. Now choose zoom. You can add border to the image. You can just zoom the background by clicking the zoom background. It more or less get aligned to the background of the slide. So I'm going to add some effects to the zoom. I'll just attempt to add a border. Then add a glow around the square. This one, blue one looks okay. Merges with the base color. So you can draw it, resize it in whatever way you want. You place it there. So now you look at the effect. So you see the waves lapping the shore, and then on clicking autology, it will take it, zooms you to the subtopic. You see? You can resize it. See the effect. Now we will add another bubble. To add a bubble, you need to create another subsection. You need to create another subsection. So I'm just changing the background of the slide to make it a little bit presentable. Now we need to add another subsection if you want to add it to the dashboard as bubble. So we need to add a new section that I am going to name it as rhinology. That is study of the nose and its diseases. Okay, I'm going to rename it. Then I'm going to duplicate the same slide. Instead of recreating the same thing, you just copy and paste. Be careful when you choose this. You need to retain the theme. You need to retain the theme of the previous slide. So I am saving the presentation. I've not done so far. Now I am saving the presentation. Now the icon of the ear should be replaced with the icon of the nose. First let me change the text of the slide. Name it to rhinology. Then that icon should go. I need to replace it with the icon of the nose. Go to the icon, search for icon nose. You have one fortunately. Then insert it. Just go to the graphic format and attempt to change the color, because it shows live the changes. When you choose, it changes the color instantly. So you will be able to assess which one merges with the background, which one looks good with this background. So align the text so that the image will be pleasing. There you see the text box which I have drawn down. All I am doing is just to save time, I will be writing only nose and I will be pulling it up. So now I am going to copy and see what happens. I am going to insert again a zoom, section zoom. I am going to choose rhinology. I am going to insert. So I am going to add, as I did for the previous bubble, I am adding a glow. I will resize it so that it will look more or less similar to the previous bubble. You can add 6 or 7 bubbles depending on the number of subsections you want to make. Let me see its effect. This is the dashboard slide. Click autology. click again, it takes you to the slides. After completing that subtopic, go to the next one. That is you click complete it, you click again, it goes back to the dashboard. So this is how you incorporate a Prezi within your PowerPoint presentation. I am going to come out of my presentation mode right now.